Hi. So today we have a very special guest host, Megan Martin of MSquared, an events facilitation and consulting company, as well as the host of the Event About It podcast. So I'm extremely excited that she's joined us today. And take it away, Megan.
Well, I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me. And I've been thrilled to watch all things that EventNation has evolved into and the product, and it's so cool. I was wondering what motivated you to even start this company?
Yeah, well, as costs are rising, and we know a well-known AV company is even gearing up for an IPO, event planners and their budgets are getting squeezed in the middle. And I felt like I wanted to not only help them get some power back from the hotel chains, but also get some time back in their day. I read an article in 2021 that event planners are among the top 5 most stressful professions in the US, right behind astronaut and firefighter. And so I really wanted to help them to be less stressed, give them some time back, and take on less financial risks when they plan an event.
Yeah, agreed. What kind of problem does your hotel contract scanner platform solve?
Well, as we all know, when you're really under the gun for time, one of the first things that goes is reading the contract thoroughly. And yet, buried deep in the contract is where the event budget lives and gets busted. And so I wanted to develop, I knew there was a good use of AI. It's not geared to take away anyone's job. It's going to give you a few hours back in your day to scan the contract, the hotel event contract, flag issues, allow you to choose which issues are important to you, and then give back a marked up PDF ready to send back to the hotel all in minutes.
Amazing. I mean, not just does it give time back, but like event professionals are not legal contract experts. So to have an extra set of eyes on language and terminology that is not necessarily native to what we do every day is super helpful.
Yes, that's true. But just to make it clear, we're not a substitute for an attorney. You still do need to have an attorney look at the contract. However, attorneys typically focus on liability, which is great, but it doesn't affect your budget. It affects the risks that you take on. But the budget clauses are typically left alone by the attorneys. And that's the clauses that we really emphasize. It's just event industry best practices to deal with the clauses that may bust your budget.
Amazing. Well, walk me through how planners are using the tool today.
Sure. Let me get a demo set up. So this is what our homepage looks like. And it's super easy. Just click on Get My Contract Review, and there's an upload box there. And I'm going to open a typical hotel event contract. And it's analyzing clauses in the contract that are personal information or private information that you may not want analyzed by AI. This is a big issue in AI right now, is that large companies protect themselves by having their own AI hosted on their own servers, or they're guaranteed zero data retention by the AI companies because they're using $250,000 of tokens a year or more. Most event planners don't have those exemptions. And so we strip out the private data before it goes to contract analysis so that you'll have the same protections as large companies against any private data leaking into AI, which could maybe be accessed by the public in violation of company policies. Another thing we offer, you'll see it in a minute, is a budget analysis so that you can plug in your budget and then it'll tell you how much you can save based on negotiations, especially if you're a freelance event planner or if you're an event planner working for a large company. This really helps you prove your value to your client or to your boss. Most clients and bosses aren't even aware that negotiations result in savings. And so if you can provide an actual metric to those folks as to how much you're saving them with negotiations, that's really valuable. Another feature we have is a notify when ready. So you can put your email here. So if you need to go get a cup of coffee, do something else, you can be notified by our system that your analysis is complete. So the analysis is complete. And as I mentioned, you can put in your hotel event budget. Let's say I have a $100,000 budget and calculate how much the savings are. In this particular contract, it's anywhere from almost $5,000 to almost $15,000. And you can see here how many issues were detected. There were 60 issues detected in this hotel contract. Obviously, it's probably not going to work to negotiate 60 issues with the hotel. And so I have a table of insights here where I can flag which ones that I want marked up in my final PDF. So for instance, the service charge isn't guaranteed as a gratuity. That's a big one. Layered service and administrative charges hide the true F&B cost, another big one. I mean, these are all important, so it's a good idea to review them all and then just choose. Mandatory fees can change without notice. That's super important. Now, when I'm done choosing, I download the contract. So here's the marked up PDF download of the contract. You'll see all the redactions that were made of the private information. And then this is what's really cool. These issues that I selected are already marked up and ready to go back to the hotel. Pink indicates that it was a high risk issue. Yellow indicates that it was a medium risk issue. And then when I mouse over it, it gives this tip about how to negotiate and then also reminds you why this issue is important. As I scroll down further in this contract, you'll see this was another issue that I flagged. And then there's a medium risk issue here about package handling fees. Nobody likes those. Nope. And then what to do to negotiate about it. And very this, cool. Yes, it saves so much time.
Yeah, that's really helpful. And then you can basically just send this off to the hotel with all the notes that you want to negotiate on.
That's right. Yes, and one more feature is our anonymous planner network. Everyone in this network has a handle, so you won't know who it is that's sharing, but what you will be able to do is choose your market for your event, go to that city, and then eventually when we all contribute our table of insights under our anonymous handle, you'll be able to see which hotels have the worst number of issues in their contracts. So this, for instance, has 50 high issues. I would say that that's one that maybe I want to avoid sending a PDF to. I personally review the people that are allowed into this network so that we keep hotel salespeople and CVBs out of the network. The idea being that as more event planners join, we can all increase our power and our insights before those PDFs are even sent.
That's amazing. What a helpful resource.
Thanks. And thanks so much for being here, Megan. We really, really appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me. And I can't wait for more people to use the amazing tool that you've built for them. And hopefully people will have smarter, better contracts in the near future.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks again.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.